are going to register with things that I say. And some of it will be pretty specific. Just take that as like a me too, but if I'm pulled or I feel anchored somewhere, I have to honor that. It does not mean your loved one's not trying to come through, or your friend, or whoever it is, okay? So keep that in mind. I don't know if we're going to build on this or not. I've just got a couple things I want to say. Earlier today, this morning, and even now I'm starting, but I'm pulled in two different directions. Is there a connection that you're going to understand why I'm going to mail? And what I'm going to tell you is either a dirt bike or a motorbike connection that they're bringing up. I'm assuming he passed this way, or the bike is just a really big deal for him in life. But there's something, and there was a BR connection. This does not mean his name necessarily. But I want to tell you there's a Brad or a Brian connection, but it was a BR reference that was coming through. And what they literally just brought up is, I think we have a birthday right around now, or there's like a celebration right around now they want me to talk about. So it feels like in the now. Does anybody understand this in this left side? You did? It's funny, I didn't call on you. You might, okay, so I'm going to get you to stand, sorry, just for a minute. Take the mic, and I'm going to ask you to speak right into it.
Dirt bike, BR name.
BR name. Is that mail passed?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a birthday? And it's not Mother's Day. It won't be Mother's Day. There's going to be...
Birthday's in April, so...
I feel like right around now. Like what's in the next few days? Or what have we just passed?
I mean, my grandmother's birthday was a couple days ago.
A couple days ago?
Yeah.
Why is that not a big deal?
It is.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, I love my grandmothers. Is she? Oh, is this you? Is Grandma here? Happy birthday, Grandma. When was it? A couple days ago? 28th of April. Okay, I'm not saying no, but there's nothing that's like, maybe I'm wrong on my timing, but just know that I felt like there's a celebration. It is not Mother's Day. They will not use that. So, did she just tell you something?
His cousin's birthday?
His cousin's birthday?
2 days ago?
That I will accept. But it's like in the now, and it's like within 3 days was my idea of it. I just want to say, and I'm not leaving you, okay? I had a mail coming through over this way that I don't know if there's a James connection or why I would hear James, but you still think it's you? But wait till you hear what I got to say. I'm not sure. I felt like there was the way I would categorize it is like two things. There's like an organ failure or like a diseased issue that I feel like an organ shutting down, but then, see, I wasn't sure. Then I want to say, I think it goes into what I would call cardiac issues or arrest. But I feel like there's a Jim or a James, whether living or deceased, that is being referenced. I felt like, I don't know if it's liver-based, but I felt like there's something lower, organ-based, that is either diseased or shutting down. And then I felt like, but it's the heart, or it's like heart failure, or something that tripped in with the heart that is the real cause of death. Does anybody understand those details right here? You get it? Do you understand it? I remember your name was Pat. Do you understand any of that or no?
I don't, and everything except the name.
So you don't know if, okay, just hold on. Just realize the name doesn't represent necessarily the deceased person. So there could be somebody he's wanting, and I'm not trying to sell you on this, but I felt pulled here, and you keep listening because I seem to be starting, and the name is BR. Like, I know it's not that name, but it starts BR.
That's my name.
And what's your name?
Brooke.
Brooke, okay. So let's just see, and you keep listening. What? You just thought of something. Well, here, I'll give you this other mic.
I identify all of the symptoms of the disease. His brother died.
Oh, so don't give those details. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude.
James is the brother.
James is his brother.
Dead.
See how this friggin' works? See how this works? Now, Pat, you might hate me, I don't know, but I need you to stand. And your daughter can stand with you if that helps, or you're probably a strong woman. You don't need her. What is it? It's up to you. I will ask though if I come to you, and if I leave you too long standing, feel free to sit down and I'll call you up whenever. We'll just see. So the brother is James. The health stuff you understand for a male. Okay. And I know this will sound vague, but I'm hearing as I look at you, I never left you. I never left you. I never left you. But it sure feels that way. But he is with you, and he never, never left you. You're stubborn, hey? You're friggin' stubborn.
Can I talk?
Well, you're friggin' stubborn. I don't want you explaining stuff.
He's saying to me, I'm really stubborn.
Yes.
I am.
Okay. Have we met before, except when you came in and you were introduced to me as Pat?
No, but I know he's never left.
Good.
He died.
Your daughter was going to pull on your arm when you do that, so that you don't give away details. I felt him for the last hour and 15 minutes, because Bev was still talking. No, what was her name? Wendy was still talking. And I was sitting up here, and I got pulled by whatever the motorbike and the BR name and that, and then this gentleman was grabbing my attention. So it was like simultaneously they were coming through. But yeah, you're stubborn. And I will tell you, I do think it will serve you well. You know, it might not float everybody's boat you're that way, but it will serve you well, he says. Okay? And you were like stubborn with him, and not in the way that you think he means that. I don't want to be stereotypical in this. The way you were with him over his health crisis and the decline, you were stubborn for him, and he's thanking you for that. He is thanking you for that, so it's not a bad thing. But the way that, not just that you fought for him, but I feel like what we'll do, or the stages of something, or how we're going to handle things, he felt pretty safe having you in his corner, and he's very grateful. And he's very grateful for that, truly. So, I don't know how many kids you have or who this, but I don't know if somebody wanted to take you down south or to Arizona or Florida. I don't know, but he's like, did you not do this? Why the hell not? Seriously, why the hell not? I'm not giving you heck, but he's like, you gotta help yourself out. And even if you didn't feel like doing it, I just feel like, what a great opportunity for you. But I felt like you didn't do it. If that's presented again, and I don't suspect your health will be an issue, do it. But do it because it feels right to you, not because he's lecturing you here. Okay? Are you going to do it, or are you that stubborn that you're not? Maybe. You got to hold that up. She says maybe. I'm going to do something that I don't do a lot. I do it in my private readings once, but first name only of the individual that you believe I've got coming through. Do you know that?
Knowledge, I don't think so. But
Okay. That's just, that's not a common name. Okay, let's see if I focus on his name, where we go. You can have a seat, Pat, but I'll probably come back to you. It's not strong. Why do, and you're not going to understand this necessarily, and watch that I'm not being pulled elsewhere. That's the truth of it, because of the way this energy is going. But I don't feel like I want to call this the cause or core reason why he died. But do you know why he brings up what I can only label it as substance in a way that he's relating to this?
yeah.
Because it just seems to be part of the package or part of the process that he's bringing this up. He's, funny. He is funny. You won't see it in the way that I say this, but he says, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And he's sincere. Is this all resonating for you too? Well, then keep taking it and own it. But this is a Me Too thing, because I felt pulled here. But that doesn't, here I had no clue about you, though. I just recognized you from past shows. But the thing that I want to say to you is, he says, I'm sorry, and it's heartfelt. But then he's like flipping into a bit of a goof mode. And he's like, But what the hell are you going to do? That was the way it played out. And he's accepted that. He makes me feel like cutting the deck and I got the Joker. And I don't know why he just showed that, but he's making me feel like you need to know that he accepts this and he's okay with it. So I'm not drilling you and I'm not peppering you with this, but you understand why substance could be an aspect around this? Okay. And this is going to sound pretty typical, and why I say it's typical is because I get it a lot in the privates, but there's this reference to trying to assign blame or accountability outside of himself. You know, with, I don't know if it's friends, I don't know if it's acquaintances, but he makes me feel like it's pointless. It's pointless. There's no resolution to that for you whatsoever. Nothing's going to resolve in regards to that, and it's kind of, he just showed me like a cliff. I don't know why, but it's like I'm looking at a cliff. And he just makes me feel like trying to have accountability on other persons in regards to his actions or what he did is pointless. So I don't know if you understand that. I think it's kind of human nature that we want to find accountability or something of that nature. You won't get any happy ending from this, he says. Do you understand or believe that?
I do.
So has it been long enough that you know that no resolutions come from that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not selling you on this. He just said what this guy said earlier. What this guy said earlier, he says. So when I said we all have a time, it was his time. Is March significant?
Yeah.
You guys brought up April for birthdays, but he's taking me back to March. Okay, well, March 17th is drunk day, right, if you're Irish? Is there anything around the 17th?
There's a lot.
There's a lot in March
I
too?
guess, yeah.
Just know that he didn't bring up April, but he wants me to talk about March.
Yeah.
Like the big deal in March.
Yeah.
He doesn't miss out on stuff. He doesn't. It's been a while, like, has this been a couple years?
16 months.
16 months, so we're in the 2 years. Does that make it you've been through 2 Christmases? I don't do math that quickly.
Yes, we have.
Because he made me feel like 2. It's been 2 for like the Christmas thing, so I felt like a couple of years.
Yeah.
What feels empty or what is empty about a grave? Why would he bring that up?
Well, he was cremated, but
And that's fine, but why would he just show me something about a plot or what I think is a grave or supposed to represent a grave, and why would he make me feel like something feels empty? I don't feel like he means from his standpoint.
Sure.
Okay, I don't know if somebody struggles that something hasn't been done with a grave, or I don't know. Who's this woman? She seems extremely freaking knowledgeable. Get up, Ann. Get your ass up, Ann. Pat, I'll bring that mic back to you in a minute if I need it. Hi, Aunt Lisa. Oh. No, it's not. It's this. I gotta invest in new crap. Right close.
Okay,
Oh, is that on?
I don't know.
Yeah, right up close. Hit in it. Like,
Okay.
what have I said that you're just relating to?
Tristan had a bike mound of dirt in the backyard where he dirt biked, and I've always thought, I wish Laura would put a garden there, and I've been thinking about it.
Okay, hold on, I gotta stop you.
Empty plot.
Oh, I'm wondering where the hell are you going with this?
There's an empty plot of land there that it was just in my head. That's all.
I'm not saying you're wrong. Is there something where somebody's had a plot or they struggle around, like, should we buy a plot, but it's empty, or? Yeah.
we have like a little wreath for him at one of his favorite places, and we've been talking about replacing the pictures that are on it.
No, so don't start talking about stuff like that. We'll just leave it that I'm wrong or you don't know it yet. But there's something where he shows me that's like I'm in his head and I'm looking down and I'm just seeing grass and I feel like nothing's been done or like something feels empty about it. But I want to tell you, it doesn't feel empty from his standpoint. It'll be a person living that feels that way about this. So I don't know if it's the tractor. I don't know, but he seems to want to bring this up or acknowledge it. And I don't know, are you mom?
Yes.
Okay, and sorry, what's your first name?
Laura.
What, this is gonna sound weird. What has pissed you off about underwear very recently? Not yours, or not you wearing it. Put it up to your
I
mouth.
don't know how to answer that.
I don't know if it's a laundry thing. I don't know if it's something you've made a comment about somebody's underwear in the last little, like, not long.
My dog eats the underwear all the time. And she was talking about it last week.
Your mom was?
Yeah.
Were you pissed or something around the underwear
Probably
thing?
because he pulls them out of the room and takes them down onto the ottoman in front of the window.
And chews the underwear? All I know is something to do about underwear, not what you're wearing, but something you being pissed off about underwear that's recently is the way he brings it up.
Probably it.
Isn't it kind of funny that Tristan would bring up underwear
Yes.
in a public format to talk about?
They're not my underwear.
No, he was very clear about that. Is he that like humorous though?
Very.
He said the dog wouldn't eat yours. He's
Yeah,
funny.
he would say something like that.
And this is really, I don't know, they flip me around. Swiss Chalet, Swiss Chalet, Swiss Chalet. I hate that restaurant for a record. I do not eat there.
Just gave my mom a Swiss Chalet gift card before we came in the parking lot.
Before you, in the parking
She
lot?
opened it in the parking lot. I just gave it to her. for
Sorry, I
Mother's
didn't
Day.
mean to shit on your gift, saying I don't like Swiss Chalet, but I don't. But my dad and my mom, who aren't together, but they love it. They love it. That's their favorite restaurant. But he just wanted me to say Swiss Chalet. He's popping Swiss Chalet stuff up in my head, and just know that he knows. Just know that he knows that he doesn't miss out on that. He doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't. Have you had a mole removed, or is there something about getting something looked at?
I've been looking into it. Yeah, I didn't tell anybody that.
That little bugger knows.
They do.
I hope you're, yeah, well, I'm going here, yeah. So just know that I know I'm having fun with you, but he makes me want to have fun, to be honest with you. And when I call him a little bugger or a goofball or whatever, I mean there's no disrespect.
He is a little bugger.
Always, always, always.
Yes.
Somebody got a tattoo of him on the arm?
Well, an arm on my shoulder.
I'm up here.
Of him, I have this of him on his bike.
So bikes are a big thing to him.
Yeah.
Big,
His
yeah.
whole life.
So not only dirt bikes, but the pedal bike.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I don't know, but I'm not like up here. I don't want to go to my shoulder because I didn't do that. But I'm up here, and he makes me feel like he's like on the tattoo. Like so.
That's him.
So that's represented. That body on that bike is.
That's actually him.
That's a photo of him. Oh, so he is on. Okay, beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. He just said this is cool shit.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if he was gonna be swearing.
He just said this is cool shit.
Yeah. He would love this.
I'm not trying to get you emotional. He just said happy birthday, Grammy, kissed you on the cheek. No, I swear he did. He did. You're a feisty old girl too, aren't you? Aren't you? I didn't use stubborn, but I say feisty in some way. I just love when one of your kids try to tell you what to do. That's the way he laughs about it. And I'm not trying to set you up to go looking for anything. He says, you should hear me periodically in your house. So there's something, I don't know if they're bangs, I don't know if you hear something and there's no plausible reason of what caused that. He's like, it's just my way of letting you know I'm there. There's no kids here, right? There isn't, right? No, I'm not swearing. But he does this thing like, you know how you leave cookies out for Santa? And the sons of bitchin' things disappear somehow? But there's no Santa? He's talking about leaving a cookie out for him. I don't know. Is there something that you made or that you're known for in him about leaving something out? Okay. He liked all your cooking. He jokes, but it's like how you leave something out for Santa, and yet when the kids get up, it's like there's crumbs and the milk's been drank or the beer or whatever, and whatever it is, he's like, leave something out for him to eat, and he laughs. So he's joking. I'd do it once, but that's all I would do it. Just so you know. I'm curious, like I don't normally ask this, but how old was he just based on his humor?
22.
Oh, okay, he's an adult.
Yeah.
Well, listen, just let me get this out. Was there something when you think back about two different options or two different mindsets about what he should have wore? So don't talk about it. You can say no.
Would you say yes?
Well, so just really clear, without just about the clothing, why do you say yes to two people had two different concepts or ideas about one part that he should be wearing after he
Without
passed?
saying anything about it?
Well, just what I've said. Like, I don't want you giving me more.
Yeah, there definitely was. We always wanted him to dress a lot nicer, and he would prefer to go out in pajama pants and ripped.
So get a load of this. He's like, put me buck-ass naked. He did not care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Because, you know, the bottom half's covered anyways.
Yeah.
Yes.
He didn't care.
No, he did not. He would go out anywhere like
Naked?
Yeah.
half the time, yeah.
I swear, he's like, whatever the dilemma was, I don't think it's a dilemma, but the different concepts of what to put on him, two different theories or two different people, but he's like, put me naked.
Yeah.
That's just the way.
He made his pajamas to be creepy.
Yeah.
Has Dad gone through a rough time recently or something?
Yes, very much.
He just wants you to know, like, you talk to him. I don't know your family structure, so
Yeah.
just, he wants him to know he's around him a lot. And he's trying to help him through this. You're videotaping this, Kim? You can get a copy of this so he can see it, okay? But he wants Dad to know he knows what he's been going through. You know, the biggest part might be the loss, but there's other stuff, I think, too, going on for Dad.
Yes.
So it's not just the grief part of it, you know? And he's like, I'm doing my damnedest for him. Why baseball? I don't know what that means. Why am I seeing a baseball glove all of a sudden?
I'm not sure.
Somebody playing baseball? Because he's just kind of held up the glove.
Not baseball.
Where's Mark or Mike or what's the MK connection? If you're not getting it, don't get it.
I do get something with that, but it's from someone else. I don't want to give you too much to.
Please don't.
But someone told us that he was going to put an MK in the path of his girlfriend.
Huh? Oh, like the name MK.
The name
I thought a
MK.
car.
No, a Mark or a Mike in the path of his girlfriend, and it's just that maybe he's bringing this up again.
Somebody else has said he's going to bring an MK person into the girlfriend's life.
Yes, yeah.
Watch for baseball.
Baseball,
Just told
okay.
her, like, 2 days
She
ago.
watches baseball. She goes to baseball games.
Truly?
Yes. Yeah.
Because I'm seeing the baseball glove, and then I gotta say, like Mike or Mark or this MK connection that he's bringing up,
Okay.
that he's
Let's hope
making
a player,
reference
right?
to.
Hope he's rich.
Major League.
Yeah.
He's just making fun of a dog.
Which dog?
The one with the overbite. Where's the small dog? Chewy? Is that the dog's name, Chewy?
Yes.
Is it got an overbite?
Yeah, I think
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Is it a small dog?
Yeah.
He's laughing.
He's kind of sure.
It slays him. Like he's laughing about this dog with the overbite. Never clued it was Chewy, but there's something with the teeth and the way that he's bringing it up. And God, you can't judge people's ages anymore. Trust yourself when it comes to driving, he says. Are you even of age?
I'm 22.
Holy crap. We'll take that as a compliment. Honestly, I was about 15. So don't take offense to that, because when you're 30, you're going to want somebody to think you're 22. But you're just very young looking, and that's not a bad thing. He says trust, something about trust in driving.
I drive his truck.
trust yourself, or like trust. He didn't show me a truck, but he just says trust yourself. He wants you to know that. And he's laughing. I don't know if you're dating somebody or with somebody now, but he's like not good enough for you. But I think you've been with him for a while. So does that any of that make sense?
I mean, no.
Are you dating somebody?
Yeah.
Okay. He says he's not good enough for you. And he's laughing. Have you been with this
I'm not
person?
going to show him this video.
Oh, I don't care. I really don't care. Have you been with him for a bit?
Not that long.
How long is long? Or not long?
Like 8 months.
Okay. I feel like for some reason, and I'm not just saying this, he wants to acknowledge, and he was deceased when you would have started dating this guy, obviously, 16 months versus 8. He makes me feel like I need to bring up the dating thing. He laughs like protectively, like he's not good enough for you. He's not a bad guy. He isn't. But I swear to God, that's the way he's saying it. And I felt like it's not like brand new, so that's all I can tell you that he's bringing up, that he's making reference to. And are you unsure about, you're 22, you're probably done, but is there something you're unsure about school-wise or education-wise?
Yeah, I'm in my last year of university, but I don't know where to go from here. So.
I sure hope you don't become a professional student, but I'm not sure you're done.
No, I don't think I'm done.
Because I feel like you got to trust that, and I felt like there's going to be more. But, you know, I don't know who's paying for it, mom, dad. Sorry.
That's the time.
Good. So just know that he wants you to go to the potential of what you have, because, you know, you may not get the chance again. So don't let anybody or anything circumstance-wise derail you, because you won't go back when you're older. You won't, because life will have kicked in. So I don't feel like it's hard sell. You know you're not done. But he makes me feel like there's uncertainty there for you. It's going to be fine. That's all I can tell you. It's going to be fine. Do you live in this area? Aaron? What's Kitchener-Waterloo area then? Why does he want me to talk about Kitchener-Waterloo?
He stayed in Guelph for a long time.
We were just in Kitchener last week
And,
too.
yeah.
We went.
Do you do that all the time? I don't know.
That's the
No.
first time in years.
Okay, my mom used to live there for 20 years, so I just know I got pulled to Kitchener-Waterloo area for some reason, but he just, like, out of the blue brought it up. No, he knows about your boyfriend. I don't care, he's not good enough for you, but I'm sure he's a good guy. But that's the way he says it. That's what he says, and then he just brings up Kitchener-Waterloo. And he loves you guys. Very best to all of you. You're welcome. Is there a Shelly or something, No, but I'm not pulled back there. I felt here, like twice I got pulled when I was just wrapping up with Tristan. So, for some reason, does somebody have a trailer? Why do I say they need to sell the damn trailer? Like, sell the damn trailer already or something. Is that all you're connecting with, Phil?
Shelly, his nickname was Snelly.
Snelly,
Yeah.
the guy that's passed? Okay. Yeah, thanks, Kim. And, so it's not Shelly, it's Snelly. Carl. Huh? And, what's the trailer? Sell the damn trailer already or something.
Well, we had trouble this winter with too much snow load, so the roof kind of collapsed on the trailer. So
Is this like a camper trailer where you go vacationing and weekends and stuff?
yes.
Okay. Yep. He's like, sell the damn. It may not be who you want. Do you have a brother passed? I feel like I've got a mail to the side connecting or coming through. So,
A friend.
yeah, it's possible. I just know that it's like contemporary to you, but a male that's bringing this up. And so this could get a little cheesy where I'm not sure, but is there cardiac arrest, or why would we talk about the cardiac issue that would come through for one of the males?
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Who's really cheap? Like really cheap? like wild cheap.
Not sure.
Okay. It's not you.
Maybe.
Who's with you? Who came with you?
My family.
Well, yeah, but who? Where? Can somebody stand up and if I'm like barking up the wrong tree, is he cheap? Is there a reason why? There's no repercussions later. It's fair to say. And if he's not, say no. But is there some reason why a male would be bringing that up or yanking his chain and making me feel like
Frugal.
that's frugal? Your frugal is cheap? Or frugal?
Frugal.
Well, you call it whatever you want to say. But there's something that I feel like cheap, big ass cheap. So listen, I don't know what to tell you. And if you're not, you're not. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's absolutely not the worst thing in the world. I'd have more money if I was. So who's the stupid one? But somehow I feel like somebody's yanking your chain because it really felt like somebody's calling you cheap and then laughing about it. So I don't know if you're known for this or it's funny I talked about selling the damn trailer already, but then I feel like but then you're cheap. So
Yes.
do you have the frontal impact issue as well, trauma,
Yes.
aside from the cardiac?
Yes.
Because I'm just
Yeah.
it's the same person?
Right.
The same person suffered some kind of physical trauma here, but then also had the cardiac arrest?
Yes.
They're confused? I'm sorry?
We're all
Yes.
together, so we're trying to figure this out.
Okay. Sorry that it's confusing, but I felt like I hadn't felt the trauma before, and now I'm just getting the impact.
Yeah. The original was the impact.
Okay.
On the way, it was.
He died from cardiac.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Is he funny?
Yes.
I like when funny people come through, especially in groups, but why would he tease about the hair? The hair? Like, is somebody concerned they're losing hair, or why would he joke about the hair? They're not bald, or he wasn't, but there's something about hair loss or something.
Yeah. Yes. He shaved his head just prior to.
Just before he passed?
Yes.
He's laughing. That's all I can tell you is he's laughing. Did somebody put, this will sound weird. I should just go with my gut on this. Did somebody put a joint in with him? There's something white and rolled.
Maybe.
It's very possible.
Not sure.
Would that seem completely foreign?
Yeah.
No.
Listen,
To mom is foreign.
I am not here as Mr. Goody Two-Shoes. But I'll tell you, I was born in 1966, and to this day, I have not smoked a joint. Ever. I know. But I would never smoke a cigarette either. The night before my wedding at the rehearsal party, I was so tanked, I went to smoke one with two of my uncles, and then my aunt hauled my ass away, so I've never done it. So it's not like that I'm square about it, but, well, I might be. But for some reason, I literally feel like somebody kind of tucked it in with him. So I don't know if there was even an open casket or a viewing.
Yes.
There was. It wouldn't have been the Undertaker doing it.
Only for his friends.
One of his friends shoved it. I'm not trying to sell you on this, but he's like, thank you. Thank you. And he shows the joint being tucked down. And I was so hoping it was that and not like a homemade rolled cigarette or something. So I'm glad I said joint because that was the first pull he gave me on that. Two people have kind of matching tattoos, but one is either messed up or not completely correct.
Not sure.
Okay. Two people have the same tattoo, or that was going to be the intent of it, but I don't know if the artist messed something up, or something smudged or blurred or something with one. You don't get it?
Not sure.
Okay, just remember it'll be on the tape, but he makes me feel like two different people. One I feel comes out fine, one's like not the greatest rendition of whatever it is. It wasn't his picture, but there's something that I feel like isn't right about it apparently, or one part of it, in the way that he brings this up. Are you understanding that or no?
A little bit. Is it a picture of him?
No, I don't think it necessarily is, no. But I feel like two people have the same, like, tattoo or similar tattoo or something, but one isn't right, or one person isn't pleased with one part of it, is the feeling that he brings up. So, I swear I'm not just pulling stuff up. Is somebody, not all the time, once, was somebody known for eating dog food?
Sounds like a yes.
You're shitting me, right? Busted.
We just used to like dare each other to eat dog food when we were kids.
This male in you?
Yeah.
Did somebody do it?
Yeah.
That is wild. That is crazy, crazy wild. Did you ever do it? Be honest.
I'm sure I did, yeah.
But you don't remember?
I think we all did at one point.
I hope it was dry. I don't know, I'm gonna vomit. I got a weak stomach, but he's laughing. He is really, really laughing. And he's like in a self-defense way saying this. Humorous though, but I want to tell you, like, I told you, they don't lie, they don't judge, but he's being a bit of a card when he says this, but he first of all says it wasn't my fault, or it's not about my record or something, but then he quickly then moved me into a fact that he does take some responsibility or ownership for what happens to him. But he's trying to be funny firsthand where I feel like I should still have a clean record, or I should, like, this shouldn't show on me in some way, and he's laughing about it. But I do feel like, in all honesty, it was like on him how this unfolded, you know. And I don't honestly think, and I mean this, I don't think it's deliberate or intentional, but he just makes me feel like, I don't know if it's negligent or not, but it's like on me is the way he says it. So do people have any proof or understanding of that?
Yeah.
Based on whatever the circumstance was? Okay. Was your son found deceased? Just watch and listen. You told me your name and I forget it, or Kim did, and I'm so sorry I slapped your names. I know who you are now that you said that you were at my other event. I'm talking to them, and I've got a mail making me feel like he was either found deceased. Well, not either. He made me feel that. And I got pulled here, so just bear with me. We'll see if he's going to come through. I'm going to ask you to do something since I've got this person coming through. What was his first name?
Brett.
Brett. Okay. Okay, in a funny way, was he a bit of a slob?
Yes.
It's like it's not about underwear, but it's like I'm kind of like stepping over shit.
Yeah.
And I don't mean shit, sorry, I'm just bad with the language, but like over his items, or he would leave shit everywhere. But he got me like doing like, and he laughs. He doesn't even apologize. He doesn't. And did he put a hole in the wall? Why do I feel like there's something about the hole in the wall? Thank God there's more than just, are you dad? Or thank Christ it's more than dad. Stand up, what's the hole in the wall?
Yes, he did.
And does this go back like
Yeah, at his schoolhouse.
at a schoolhouse? Did he get caught or nailed for it?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I only heard it from him.
That he put a hole in the wall?
Yeah.
He's owning it. They can't do nothing to me now, he says. But he's owning this hole in the wall. Huh. I just heard, I don't know if it's you guys or what. I just heard freckles are beautiful. Freckles are beautiful. Freckles are beautiful. And there's an older female that's coming through that the male's acknowledging having there with him. So there's like this connection of the bond, they've like met up, or the connection is solidified. I don't know if that's a grandmother or what, but he's making reference to the older female that is with him. Why tropical island all around you? Is there any reason? Is there anything? Did you this winter? Oh, okay. So you speak up though, and you let me know if I'm being pulled back to you with anything that I say, okay?
Thank you.
So, just what I just wear in March?
I was in Cuba.
Okay. I'm not judging it. I don't know if that's great validation or not. I just know that he's trying to come through. Was it technically accurate in what he first had me introduced to you, that he was found, or somebody come upon him and he was already deceased?
Yes.
Okay. He doesn't tell me how. I'm just being honest. He doesn't. I hope these don't just sound like words, but he is like, he's not being funny at all, not like the other two males have been. He's like, it's nobody's fault, and he keeps saying that over and over and over. You may know that as factual, I don't know, but I'm telling you, it's almost like he's got something to prove, or he's like fighting to get this message out that it was nobody's fault, and he keeps saying that. So I don't know where the human mind goes, where it's like the woulda, the coulda, the shoulda, which I think is common for everybody. But I have not had somebody kind of stress this kind of energy of trying to bring it across, like yelling in some way, but it was nobody's fault. It was nobody's fault. He's convinced of that. He knows that to be true. It may not be enough to help whoever it is that struggles around this, but he says it was nobody's fault, and he keeps yelling it over and over. And is there any reason why all of a sudden I'm seeing either real estate signs or something real estate around you, or why he's posting this around you? They typically would tell me, oh, you're going to move, or you're thinking of moving, but I'm seeing real estate around you for some reason.
Because of my sister.
Oh, can you just speak up?
Because of my sister
And
in the business.
she's a real estate agent?
She's a mortgage agent.
Mortgage. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm just seeing like real estate signs, like I'll put in a circle around you. And it didn't have to feel like moving in some way. And did you have an experience in the water? I'm assuming when you were away, that is like a connection to him, or you took as a connection with him? There has to be a wildlife thing or something. You didn't see a dolphin, or you didn't see a seal, or you didn't see...
There was one fish a silver fish that was around me when I was swimming in the ocean.
And what makes you think to bring that up when I bring this up that involves wildlife? Did you associate it at the time, or not?
I associated with him. He does a lot.
For some reason, he wants me to validate something like in the water with wildlife for you, as like him being there, and as a sign.
Okay.
But what I'm really curious about, I'm not trying to hand feed you that, so you accept that now.
Yeah.
Did you at the time?
Yes.
Okay, I believe you then, I'll accept that. But I know he's bringing it up. And why does he say it's okay about his dad? It's okay about his dad. And it's like, I'm not trying to sell you on anything or reassure you of anything, but he's like, it's okay. I just feel a little, and I don't mean because of how dad would be dealing with his loss or anything like that. I just want to say, like, I feel sad about something around dad.
He was never involved.
His dad was never in his life? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Pretty much?
Yeah.
All I can say is, what was this phrase that he had me say? I forgot it already. It's something, was it okay about, no, what did I say about,
His fault.
it's not, what? No, that was about how he died.
Yeah.
What did I just say about the dad?
It's okay about
It's okay about
dad.
dad.
Yeah.
I thank you. I couldn't remember the wording that he used, and I didn't want to change it when you said he wasn't in his life. He just says it's okay about dad, and I feel sadness there. But I want you to know your son isn't sad about it, but I feel sad for dad, or I feel sadness sadness around Dad. And he just says, it's okay about Dad. It's okay.
He chose that. He chose that.
Okay. A little bit of personality for the first time. Did you let him away with shit?
Nope.
Like you wrote him hard?
Yep.
Because he's like a little bit of personality and about like, see, I'm losing my phrasing with you, but there's something about however he had that, it's on the tape. I'll get it to you later at some point. But he's trying to validate something about that. Getting away with shit or something of that nature. And I know this might sound vague, but do you know if something was like on the horizon he's looking forward to? That it's like I don't survive to get to that point, but I don't know if it's a milestone thing, but I'm looking forward to this, and I don't survive for it. I don't know if it's coming up that year or that something. It's a pretty big deal. That's all I can tell you. It just, Wendy would have talked about it, I think, at one point about you grieve the future as well. But there's something about like what he didn't survive, but I feel like it's kind of on the horizon in some way. Looking forward to it. He's not too animated about it. He's just making me feel like he was never meant to get to that threshold for that to happen. It just wasn't part of the process for him.
That could be the real estate too, you said.
I don't know.
Related to the real estate?
Is it connected to him?
Yeah.
Okay. There's something that was like on the horizon I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to. And
Because
it's,
he was moving to Toronto to a condo
oh,
that my sister bought him.
and
To
he
go to
didn't,
university.
okay, and he didn't get to survive to experience that. He just makes me feel like I wasn't meant to, but it's on the horizon. I'm looking forward to this.
His last day on earth, we were there painting.
Okay. Just know that he won't help you necessarily, but he's fully accepting of this. Fully accepting that I was not meant to get to that threshold so that I could experience that. And he's not cheated. He does not feel cheated by this in any way. So he truly wants you to know that. How do I say this? Was in a social way, did he keep to himself more? You know when you think of young people and you just think they have more friends than, but is there any reason why he has me being more internalized or more
At home he was, but
socially he was,
socially he was out there at school.
okay. And can I just say to you, I'm not quite sure what this means, but something's not done in regards to his passing, or something isn't concluded as of yet in regards to his passing, he says. How long's it been?
10 months.
Okay, something's not concluded or done yet, he says. He promised you he's okay. I hope those don't sound like empty words to you. That's what he says, I'm okay. I'm sorry. Why is his boots or his shoes out or something? Why would he just show that?
Because I don't move his shoes and I don't move his boots from the front door to back door.
Even after 10 months?
Yep.
Because he just shows me them and it's like, oh,
They don't move.
well, one day they will.
They only move when I wear them, but they stay there.
Do you have something on the end of your bed? Like, is there a chest or something that's at the end of the bed? Is it a chair or is there something?
The comforter is, there's a chair there, but yeah, there's a chair.
He talks about putting his boots or his shoes there. Don't ask me why. I have no friggin' clue why.
Oh, okay. Why would he put them there?
He didn't. He's telling you. Move them from, maybe it's like the next step. Move them there and then you're going to move them somewhere else.
His clothing is there that he wore.
On the chair? 10 months later? Give me a hug. Have you had counseling? And I don't mean that in a bad way. Is it helping? I'm so sorry for your loss, and I mean that. He's with you. And I know that might might sound empty, but you know, you don't want to be on TLC episode of Hoarders. So you're a hoarder?
No, he would have been.
He would have been. Well, you don't want it, or is it even TLC? I don't know. But you don't want to be on a Hoarders episode 10 years from now because you can't move my stuff and you can't put stuff away. And, you know, you traverse through the grief path, whatever way works for you. What's your first name again?
Wendy.
Wendy, sorry. And you go wherever that path leads you. There's no right or no wrong. There's nothing that anybody can tell you what to do or how to do it. But I will be honest with you, they take their shot through me, the medium, to ask you to be okay with the fact that it's okay to move on in certain ways. So maybe, you know, maybe do what you want, but maybe fold his clothes up and put them in an armoire. Doesn't mean get rid of them. Just put them away. Wouldn't it piss you off if, and you would never do this, but if you're carrying like a jug of bleach and you tripped and they landed on something and then it's like, oh, I just ruined them? You would. Can I just tell you a quick story? I did one of these events in Newmarket, doesn't matter, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And a young male was coming through, and his mom and his mom's best friend were in the front row, and I was pulled to them, and he was coming through. And she stood up, and he was so funny. He talked about a pregnancy scare for her and his dad. It had just happened, and they were like panicking because they were like, we're past that stage now. Her son, I found out later, had been gone 10 years, and he was just a little guy at that point. And he came through, and one of the things I said to her was, he says, he knows you can't be with him, and that's okay. That's okay. You just need to know he's with you. Well, she lost it. And then, when she composed herself, she said to me, and I had no clue of this, I just I went by his words, and she is sobbing, and she said, he was cremated, and I didn't know, I never wanted him away from me, and so he was in my car, in the trunk. Sounds horrible, hey? But it wasn't. It was very loving to her. She just didn't want, she thought he'll come with, her car got stolen. She never received the remains back. She sent me a thing on Facebook that, you know, was on my Facebook. If you dig far enough back, you'll see it. But what that reading meant to her, because for 10 years she struggled that she did not have her son's remains, the cremations. And for him to come through and say, you know, I'm with you. I know you can't be with me, but I'm with you. So, your son's items are his items. But protect them in a way that you'll have them forever, the things that are important to you. And then that'll be a sign that you're going to be able to be okay and move forward. And you will be. You will be. Yeah, and whatever speed that is, there's no right or wrong. You're welcome. Put his boots there tonight, though. Don't ask me why. Or don't. But that's what he said. You know how you said you were at that condo painting that day? And you said that. Was he quiet that day, or was there something that you noticed was like not typical in some way?
Yes.
I don't know if it's a verbal thing or an emotional thing, but he just made me feel like he kind of wasn't himself, or he was distracted in some way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just the lead up to. And it's like, I can't tell you at that point he knew, because I'm not sure at a soul level, like at a soul level, yes, but at a conscious level, sometimes we know, sometimes we get strange feelings. How many people know somebody that said, I'm not going to make it to 40? And they don't. They die at 39 3/4, or, like, there's just a knowing some people have. You're just like, things are bouncing off you left, right, and center, hey? I hope it's healing.
My son would say that all the time.
Yes. And because they know. They know at a soul level. So, but I'm not saying he did, but he was out of sorts or not himself, or I don't know what the term is I should use. But it is part of an indicator that it was leading up and it was meant to unfold. And I'm sorry to tell you that. it is the honest to God's truth. And just like Brett, just like Tristan, just like, I don't know if he gave his name. There was a James, that was the brother. What's his name? Connie. If you had said Connie, you know, I would have been searching for a woman. I just would have, only because names, you know, you just do that. So I'm glad I didn't ask you for a name.
And he was Connor.
And he was Connor. Just know that you come for a reading, and I say to them, you have a good reading, you're going to leave on a high, but then you're going to drop again. I said, you've got to listen to your recording. You've got to refresh yourself with the things and the details they tell you so that you know they're with you. Because they are. But at the end of the day, I can't give you back your loved ones. Here I can give you 10, 15 minutes if they come through, and a lot didn't here. And in my office, you might get an hour, if that, if they're fully communicating the whole time. But hopefully they give you the tools and the resources that you know that if these people's family members are okay, and if it seems specific enough to some of you that the details in that, your loved ones are okay too. And that's what makes me okay, knowing that I can't talk to my loved ones. But when everybody else's family's kicking ass over there all the time, I know mine is too. And one day we'll all be together. And then we're probably going to do the jelly bean game thing again. And we'll pick different roles and different scenarios and things that we're supposed to experience. But I hope it helps a little bit. I hope it helps a little bit. Oh, you're welcome.
Yes.
Well, do you own that property?
Yes.
Okay, because usually when you think trailer, you go to trailer parks or lakes and stuff. But he wants me to talk about abuse. Did he have a good sense of humor with you?
Yes.
I swear to God, he's still saying you're cheap, but it's got something to do over property. You're selling a lot now. Do you have any intention of selling that lot? You're going to keep it.
Keeping.
Okay. I don't know what the humor is about the lot. It's got nothing to do with the trailer, but the lot. No, am I missing something? Was there something where a lot should have been sold, but you wouldn't?
Yes.
Yeah, so for some reason, I just know he's like, you know, he's laughing. I don't know what the hell's funny about it. But he wanted me to mention his lot for some reason. He came in after Connor to say it again. So, this is in the past, though, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You're not sure about it, but your other family is, or was somebody a stickler about it, or?
There was a whole confusion issue with
A particular lot.
moving lots and stuff like that, but that was a few years ago. But
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know. He's laughing. I know it's not funny, but I still want to call you cheap, and I'm sorry for hauling your ass up again for a repeat performance of that. Sorry, this might sound really strange, and we'll probably I'm not sure. Mother figure brain tumor? Is there any reason? And I don't think I'm here, but is there any reason while I was just there, I have the older female, may not be mom, but she's going to be at that level, and why I have a brain tumor? They just brought it up. W name connected to this, or there's like a W link they bring up? No? That's just weird the way it got pulled there. I don't know. There's a mother figure with a brain tumor or something that they're bringing up or making reference to, and somebody's got a W name that's linked or connected to this. And it makes no sense? Has anybody just been to Niagara Falls, or does somebody live in Niagara Falls, or why would they bring up Niagara Falls? Well, this is a hell of a way to end it. But I'm okay with that, because the other three have been good, or four. It's not important enough?
Over to Brockville is not
Brockville, that's not near Niagara. Are you geographically challenged? I'm pretty sure when you say Niagara Falls, everybody knows they're big frickin' falls. You were in Niagara two weeks ago? Is there a female with the brain tumor? She's alive, but she had a brain tumor. I'm not trying to make it fit. Something's pulled me there. Something's Niagara Falls. You were there 2 weeks ago. Who's got the W name? Well, not just her. Who's got the W name?
No one in the valley.
Where's Wilma or?
No, not me.
Is there anything else I've said? You're Wilma? Is there anything else I've been saying?
My daughter had a brain tumor many, many years ago.
And you're the mom.
Yeah.
And her sister lives in Niagara Falls.
And her sister lives in
My
Niagara.
sister.
Your sister. Okay. Wilma. Nice to meet you. Your sister lives in Niagara Falls?
She did. She's
Okay.
just moved.
She's just moved.
Yeah.
Your daughter had a brain tumor.
Yes, but like 50 years ago. She's right here. She survived it.
That's a wonderful thing.
It was.
That's a
Definitely.
wonderful thing. I'm happy for you, truly.
She was like a small child.
But she still had it.
Yeah.
I'm a stickler for the details. I'm a stickler for the details. Because something pulled me here. And can I just say to you, there's a reference, and I don't know if this comes from the mail. There is a reference to alcoholism and the impact of this, or the severity of this.
It was in my husband's family, but not him.
Okay, just know that but it's a male that's either saying this or they're bringing it up in some way, where I would talk about the severity of.
My brother-in-law, yes.
Okay, because it just feels very impactful. Is he deceased?
Yes.
Okay, just know, and I'm not telling you he's saying sorry, but there's a male that just brought up an extreme, and I'm not trying to dramatize this, but the way he brought it up was like an extreme amount, like it was very impactful to people.
Yes.
Obviously in a negative way. Alcohol is, let's face it, but, I mean, sometimes it's social, and sometimes it's acceptable and fine, and it's really not problematic, but this was just an extreme case, is the way that this male seems to be bringing it up. And, you know, the people that know you're going to laugh when I say this, but do you not, like, speak up enough with people, or, like, in some way, like, will you not speak your truth?
I'm
Because
quiet.
we all met Pat, and I'm not picking on Pat, but I said you speak your truth. You bite your tongue or you hold yourself. Can I just say, like, I think you should speak up, or is somebody Jerry? Is there a reason why I just heard Jerry?
No.
I couldn't even imagine what other name it could be, so I'm hearing that something just said Jerry. Speak up. They want you to speak up because you, and then like later you get a little pissy because you don't speak up.
It's true.
How do you get pissy when you don't speak up? I'm not trying to sell you on the name Jerry. I swear to God, I think you'll get it later, and I just don't know what the connection is. But that name was very, very, very clear, clearer than the Wilma connection. When I heard it, yes. Clearer. So for some reason, I feel like it will carry water or have relevance for you in some way. And your husband's alive? He's passed. Why do you keep saying he's a good man, he's a good man, he's a good man, he's a good man? But then, like, the drinker says, he's getting mad at him. So honestly, in my head, I'm not feeling your husband. Sorry, I'm getting your drunk brother-in-law. Probably sober before he died or something. But that's his calling card, nonetheless. And I just want to tell you, he's like, you say he's a good man, he's a good man, he's a good man, he's a good man. And I'm like, why the hell did you get mad at him so much? He needed it. And this is really nothing, I'm sure, in the scheme of importance. Somebody had a dog, you weren't attached to it at first, but then it's like you grew to love it, or it's like you're the biggest suck around it or something. Because I just got, like, this man laughing at you. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing.
Definitely is.
So you understand that?
Yes. Yes.
What would be the important dinner that got ruined that he would bring up? Probably not the brother-in-law, but I feel like something either got burnt or something was like pretty horrible about it, and it was like disheartening because it was so important. You don't get that?
Doesn't, no,
Okay.
no,
It's not like a restaurant. It's like at home.
yeah.
I feel like a lot of work went into this, and I just feel like it was complete shit. Like, and the person that didn't do it, like, they weren't trying to, they were discouraged by the way it turned out. I'm seeing a single rose, so there had been, I'm not trying to sell you, but visually, I'm seeing a single rose, and that's the way that they're bringing it up. So, just know, I think there's something and laughter about this. And, sorry, did your husband have cancer?
Yes.
It's the first cancer I think I found today. It's so common to get, but
Yes.
he's the first one to bring it through. All I can tell you is he's like, I'm free and clear. You know that, it's a physical thing, but he's like, I'm free and clear. I'm free and clear. Was he like one for stats on something?
He was an accountant.
I'm so like, that makes my brain go dead. But he's like stats, or I'm like, Jesus.
Football stats, everything.
So he's a numbers guy.
Oh, yes.
Well, I'm glad he's
Yes.
yours, because he's going to leave this head very shortly, and I won't have to think about the numbers and the stats. But he is trying to validate that he is here for you. He's truly here for you. Somebody, I don't know what this means, he said it so quick. Did somebody have a little girl and was something, it's not about your daughter when she was young, but did somebody have the young girl and was something not right health-wise at one point? I feel young.
Only with my daughter.
I don't think that's, because we've already established that, I don't think he would use that.
No.
Did any of your kids have a daughter, so a granddaughter to you, where something was not right or health-wise at one point when they were young?
Scary.
No, it's not a miscarriage. Okay. Well, you got two puzzles because it's 4:30. You've got two puzzles to figure out. The dinner you ruined, and I don't know if it was yours.
Yes, I have to figure that one out.
I don't know if it was you that ruined it, but he brings it up.
Yes, nothing that I can recall.
I wouldn't have did too either. I'm kidding. I don't think you get it. And the last thing, what was the last one?
Jerry.
Oh, three things. No,
Yes.
what was the last thing you said?
The little girl.
The little girl and some kind of health thing. And I would place her at about 1.5 years. So I feel like under 2, but above 1 in the way that he brought this.
Would Jerry happen to be a Jeff instead?
Would Jerry be a Jeff?
Yeah.
Um,
Or a Gary?
You know, I was going to say a joke and say, well, the guy had a lisp or something. Maybe I didn't hear it right, but it sounded like Jerry, to
Because
be honest with
we
you.
don't know a Jerry.
That's okay. I believe you.
Gary.
You know a Gary? I thought I heard Jerry. But anyways, you know what? I'm wrong. Let it be. And it is what it is, and it was nice meeting you.
It's nice meeting you too.
Okay, so your cruise is over. You got to disembark now. And I'm sorry.